You both are founders for a company called Bizzgyan. What exactly Bizzgyan means?
So Business Gyaan is like the hub of the business and startup education we are serving. And in the recent news, we saw that Physics Wala, a small business started with just a 30,000 investment, turned into a 30,000 crore valuation company at IPO. That if you are a chartered accountant or a company secretary doing your own startups, this gives you an extra edge over other entrepreneurs in the market.
People are buying Tally, BG or any other software, but they don't know how to use it. We are from that generation of chartered accountant जिन्होंने टाइपराइटर भी देखा है, कंप्यूटर भी देखा है और आज AI भी देखते हैं. You are Telangana based startup. How you cater the need of this language problem?
So sir, till now are clients satisfied with Vider, or is there any incidents that client has frustrated to you at such extent that you thought of quitting Vider?
One such instance is welcome back to the Wider Talk Show. Today we have two eminent guests on our show. They are from Punjab. Manoj Lamba sir and Mukul Lamba sir. They also host a podcast called Startup Gar Show at Chandigarh. The Startup Gar Show is specifically for startups. Let us know, why did you start the Startup Gar Show?
Firstly, I would like to introduce a little bit about myself. So my name is CA Mukul Lamba. I am a recently qualified chartered accountant and I started this Bizzgyan as a founder, and today I am handling it as MD role, and I am, as you mentioned, host of this Startup Gar Show. So today is amazing that we have just swapped our roles, you as host and we as guest. So it would be nice talking to you today.
My name is CA Manoj Lamba. I am practicing as a chartered accountant from last 27 years, and I have changed my decision from practice to startup founder. तो स्टार्टअप फाउंडर कैसे बना? मैंने 20 साल लिटिगेशन प्रैक्टिस की. लिटिगेशन प्रैक्टिस के बाद आया कि कुछ नया करना है, कुछ हट के करना है. तो दैट्स आई डिसाइडेड टू बिकम एंड फाउंडेड ए कंपनी विद मुकुल, माय ओन सन, एंड नाउ दिस कंपनी इज डूइंग ए फैंटास्टिक जॉब.
You both are founders for a company called Bizzgyan. What exactly Bizzgyan means and where it is derived from?
So it's like I would like to answer that. Bizzgyan, Biz means business, and Gyaan means the knowledge bank. So we as a startup are into the financial education and the business consultancy as a startup field. So Business Gyaan is like the hub of the business and startup education we are serving.
What exactly Bizzgyan does? What is the aim, vision of Bizzgyan, and what are the target audience? Is it specifically CS or non-CS also?
So like at Bizzgyan, we are serving into two domains. Firstly is the financial education segment. So there is a personal story behind that financial education. So when I was at class 12th, at reception we were at the counter of the fee and we were just filling the checks to pay the school fee. So I saw one of my friend struggling to even fill a check. He didn't knew what is a drawer, what is account pay check, how to draw a check, he didn't knew. So I was too surprised that a class 12 student do not know how to fill a check. So that day I decided that after qualifying CA and even during my articleship, I would start something that would empower and educate the financial thing in our youth. And with Bizzgyan, the mission is to empower that financial literacy even from Kanyakumari to the southern part and to the Ladakh at the northern part. So we are covering whole of the India through our mobile application. And another thing we are into is the startup consultancy and the MSME consultancy. So we are into helping entrepreneurs build their startups right from the scratch with ideation to the funding and the SMA IPO stage. So this is the things we are doing at Bizzgyan.
So I have been seeing into your website courses and multiple times, sir. You have divided the courses into small courses, small bits and parcels, telling in AI domain, in litigation practice, like multiple different permutations or combinations. Can I know the specific reason why you have divided this into small courses? And coming these days, what happened is CAs is also not very much practical in knowing. So I hope like these are useful for those CAs in a very practical manner.
Main reason of splitting courses into the small courses is that in this busy schedule, in this busy life, the people don't have time. There is very difficulty to spend 1 hour or 2 hours to attend a class. So we split these courses to edutainment or some kind of courses are there which create financial literacy in pan-India basis through our channel only. So when you go through our channel, you see many edutainment videos are there, where we are teaching finance to the village students of the nation through this entertainment mode. So the basic mission behind to create India a financial literate India.
In Vider also, we share similar vision, sir. But it is through CAs we are educating their clients in terms of financial literacy.
So, sir, I would like to ask, having 3 degrees, that is CA, CS, and CMA, having 3 crowns on your head, and then to not going to a big 4 job or going to a CFO role at a bigger MNC company, you started to start your own startup, that is Vider. So, what was the thinking and ideology behind this decision? Did family support it? How did you convince your parents that after even qualifying 3 degrees, starting something of your own is a riskier thing at the beginning? So how was that journey?
I would love to give this credit to my father, as he has supported me in all means in terms of finance, in terms of knowledge. He's still supporting me in many ways. That's why I could have the courage to start a company called Vider. And the basic reason why we have started Vider is, specifically in my articleship time, as a businessman, I faced many problems. So for example, if I want any document from my CA, I need to call him. He might be busy, he might not respond me back. Or as an article student, if I want to tell my principal that this particular task is pending, or if he wants to know a specific status, it was very difficult for me to communicate with him or him to tell me. And in terms of invoicing also, as a principal or as a CA, you might do many works for many clients, but you do not know whether it is billed or not, whether you receive that money or not. There is specific revenue leakage which is being done in many traditional firms. I wanted to curb this through Vider. That's why we have integrated with invoicing, with Tally, like this, with multiple platforms, so that your accounting is made easy, your reminders through this platform is made easy with the clients, client collection is made easy, something like this. We are trying to figure out what are the major problems, and because I already faced that, I wanted this to be solved to many businessmen, many articleship. That is why we started Vider, to understand, make sure their life is easier and they can focus on more better problems than follow up in payment or following up with employees in many ways. That's why this is the main reason why we started Vider.
Sir, it is great to hear that your father was a support pillar, and same my story is that my father is also my support pillar in this business, and it's great to see chartered accountants coming into this entrepreneurial role. And in the recent news we saw that Physics Wala, a small business started with just a 30,000 investment, a small studio set up in Allahabad, turned into a 30,000 crore valuation company at IPO. So it is great that CS now are taking active role in this entrepreneurial ecosystem of startups. So it's great that you are building Vider.
Sai, every startup starts with a problem, and you are building a tool particularly for the chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, tax practitioners, advocate, etc. What problem you seen which give you the encouragement to start this Vider?
As I told you, currently many CAs are not tech savvy. What is happening is, in early 2000s, there were many CAs coming into this practice because the complications were very less. But these days what is happening is, there are more and more complications, more and more laws, more and more acts coming into the segment, and doing proper research for this is very cumbersome for CAs because they are busy in this follow-ups only. So Vider is created on this segment where we have an AI tool where it will tell you properly how to research things. We have an AI tool where it will automatically tell you who is present today, or which task is pending from long time, or specific, if you have a notice, if you upload that notice, we have a predefined case laws, predefined idea where it will tell you like, these are the statement of fact, these are the grounds of appeal, these are the probable related case laws. So you need not spend more and more time on research. You will understand the basic summary out of it, and you can focus more on strategy or advisory, so that client is more happy, you are more happy, because you are doing your core job, that is advisory or a strategic consulting, instead of you following up with the clients or taking care of your offices.
How is your qualification of the CA, CS and CMA helping you in decision making or growing your startup business?
That's an interesting question. So generally, as a founder and a CA myself, the major advantage what I have is, I directly understand the financial statements, the cash flow, the share capital, how I should expend. So generally, as an early founder, people generally spend their money from their pocket, and they do not know how to put it in the books of accounts, and they need an accountant. An accountant needs to be verified by that respective founder. Like this, there are multiple things which needs to be done as an founder in a general life, apart from his core operations, that may be IT or marketing or sales. He need to understand finance, and he needs to understand how accounting needs to be done, how he need to forecast his books, how he should budget his books. All these things are eliminated here because I directly understand how to do budgeting, how financing works, how cash flow works. These are all things are available. And apart from this, as in a company, my Vider, I have the domain knowledge of how a practicing CA works in terms of their efficiencies. Apart from efficiencies, they have multiple things. So in the next coming, whatever we have built till now is purely into efficiency management of employees, clients, tasks. But currently, whatever now we are building is related to audit management. So I personally did audit to many clients, so I know how audit management should be built. So practically I can tell that respective CTO or respective employee who is in technology domain in our company that I need this work to be done in this manner. To the designer I can tell this work needs to be done in this kind of Figma, and then I can easily explain that respective process or workflow to the developer, so he'll easily understand what needs to be done. And if I'm not a CA, do not have a domain knowledge, it is very difficult for me to explain it to him in that easy manner. And for the product whatever we have built, that is Atom Pro, it's a litigation management tool. Because I went to many litigation cases in my articleship, I have handled many cases, I know how a particular case is appearing, how you need to reply back, what are the sections, what are the filters, what needs to be done, what is the specific case law. All these things I know practically because I have faced those issues. So this is how we are. This is a major advantage what I have as a startup founder and as a CA, so that I can build my startup in an easy manner. So this is a major core. But in other terms, in finance terms, it is very easy for as a CA to make sure that his finances are already set, because that is a strategic advantage whatever he has.
This is the same thing I am conveying in my seminars I take for startups, that if you are a chartered accountant or a company secretary doing your own startups, this gives you an extra edge over other entrepreneurs in the market, because you are the finance expert, you are the best accountant, you are the best finance guy to look out, you are the best in the other aspects of the business. So you know how the business works, and being a CS helps in the compliance part of the company. So that's great, being a CA and CS and doing a startup.
You want to become I think, titan of compliance management. तो अगले 5 सालों में आप अपने स्टार्टअप को कहाँ पहुँचाना चाहते हैं, और इसके लिए आपके मन में क्या विजन और प्लान्स है?
So currently we have started with CS. We are building office management tool, litigation management tool, some kind of document drafting tool to CS, and we started building compliance management tools to many corporates also. So all the corporates will know in this particular frequency, for example, in this month, these are the list of things which you need to comply, whether they are complied or not. If that respective CA is still pending, they will know it in this dashboard. So we are trying to build a compliance dashboard to all the CAs or in respective to all clients, and to all. We are also giving this access to the client in terms of client portal dashboards, where client portal client can also know in this month these are the compliances. This is done by this CA. This is done by this CA, or if it's a similar CA, or if it is in this internal department, automatically all things will be appearing here directly from the respective government portals. So it is easy for them to, as a CFO or as a management, I know these are the list of compliances and these are complied and these are yet to be complied, or if it is not complied, what is the penalty. We are trying to give a transparent view in this kind of dashboard to all the clients in this segment. And maybe in 5 years we wanted this to be a global brand. We want to all the companies, to the subsidiaries or multiple people, we wanted to give a similar platform to all the CAs in terms of compliance management, to give it to their clients. Because if a CA is transparent in whatever work they do, it is good for the CA, it is also good for the company, because they know what all compliance needs to be done. So in the next 5 years we wanted to be a global company in almost like 15 to 20 countries, managing managing their compliances through our platform, not only in terms of tracking, in terms of compliance management, like filing to the respective government body or replying back or whatever the registration. So all those things we wanted to bring into this segment in Vider.
So at Bizzgyan today we share the same mission and vision to automate and ease the task management and litigation management for professionals. Because today seeing the started accountants, they are flooded with the work. So many due dates, so many compliances. So this kind of tools act as an, I think, the lifesaver for them in the last due dates. So that's great building this kind of tools.
Even in some small cases like a DSC expiry. So a CA works so much hard along with his articles, along with his manager in finalizing of financials. Like you will get books of accounts, you will do audit, or after the audit is done, you will do statutory audit, and after the book, everything is finalized. You are now filing the financials, and you will input all this schedule. You'll prepare the schedule 3, and after this, you will put it in the respective software for the filing of income tax return. At end result, you go check the DSC would be expiring, and you are now filing on the last date. So you do not have any option to do. So much of hard work of so many people is getting wasted. So here in Vider, you will get alert that this DSC is expired before 1 week, and your client will get a WhatsApp message. You will get a client WhatsApp message. You will see in the dashboards. You will get pop-outs. You will get email notifications. So there are multiple things. Even this small use case is very beneficial for you because it is important. This hard work is not wasted by a small thing. So that is why you need to use this kind of automation tools to make sure your life is easier.
Many automation and office management tools are already available in the market. They are a very competitive market. So how you compete with your competitor to make your startup a big company or big brand?
So one thing that we are trying to build an ecosystem of products where not only task management, we are trying to build audit management tool next. So it is not like my single brain is involved in this particular startup. We are collaborating with the best market leaders. So we have collaborated with season 3 hackathon winner Venkatesh for audit tool. So in this segment, what we are trying to do is whoever is best in that particular domain, we are trying to put that knowledge in Vider and trying to build. And we are not doing only in terms of to get fame or in terms to get money, but to help the community in the best, whatever the best possible way to make sure their life is easier. And one difference is like we're trying to build an ecosystem of products. And second things are in the current market, whatever the tool you use, the UI is little complex. People might not understand like this is a particular feature unless and until it's explained. But Vider, we have developed in such a way that even an 10th or 11th person can easily understand what it needs to be done and why it needs to be done. So like we are trying to put the UI as simple as that. Because like in our tool, not only CAs, there are many corporates which they're using only for invoicing.
Yeah.
So we're trying to put in easy manner where it will be useful, and there are multiple advantages, but 1-2 unique points which I try to tell.
AI, artificial intelligence, now has become the part of our daily life. It is in our daily routine. It is in our blood now.
Correct, sir.
So what kind of AI technologies you are planning to build in your software, or how you see artificial intelligence will play in building your startups?
Okay. So in our startups, sir, like basically we are doing 3 different kind of AI engineering. One is specifically related to CAs, like we are training an AI model with respect to income tax, GST, MCA, whatever the training materials are available on the internet. We are trying to train that AI model, and it will tell you some specific answer. It will not hallucinate. So whatever the training you have done, only on that only it will give, but it is a little costlier affair because you need to train all the materials whatever is available on this particular CA domain. So it is taking time for us to launch. And second thing is we are building an AI agent. So more automating of our workflow. So for example, because CAs are very busy, if they want to know whether a particular task is billed or not, he can directly text a WhatsApp message telling for this client we have done this invoice, it is billed or not. It will automatically analyze the database and tell you.
Yeah.
So we are trying to build an AI agent in that. And the third thing, whatever we are trying to build is, if you measure the training data of whatever we have with agent, our database, and whatever the training we have done, it will give you suggestions. So for example, because we also have an audit tool and an ecosystem of products, it will tell you whether this is applicable or not. If it is applicable, you have complied also or not. This will analyze and tell you our system only. So we are trying to build an ecosystem here. But more than me, you would be the right person to tell how AI is evolving. How should professional use AI?
Yes. I want to tell you one thing. I want to tell you from my experience how Tally built their business. What happened in this kind of software or tool, people want to buy the software, they buy the software but they didn't actually use it.
Correct.
Why? Because they don't know how to run it.
Correct.
People are buying Tally, BG or any other software or any other ERP, but they don't know how to use it, what features are available in it, how we can take more productivity from it. They don't know. So my humble suggestion to you to start some kind of educational courses on your tool. Okay, how to do the office management using Vider, how to you can do the compliance management using Vider, how you can be a future audit ready using Vider. So Vider will be a complete solution where you educate your customers, where you educate chartered accountant how to use the technology, and particularly how our tool is better than that. The same thing Tally has done, because they have started so many academies. So my humble suggestion, you ask me as a experienced person how AI can help them. So you can start some AI build courses. Your agentic tools can give some kind of output where you can build such kind of courses, or you can start some kind of academies to teach Vider what Vider is actually doing. It is very important for users and for mission which we both are working.
Yes.
How to make the India financially literate, technically literate. So it will help in achieving our milestone.
So now taking on to the little discussion about your academic life, because we are talking about only companies.
Correct.
So little bit about your academic life, that आप स्कूल में कैसे थे? Was you good to studies? क्या आप स्टडीज में अच्छे थे? Was you a backbencher? क्या तभी सोच लिया था कि you have to build this kind of some startup or some kind of a notorious kid you were at school?
No, I was like backbencher student, but not a notorious student.
Okay.
Like I used to do many kind of mischievous things and all, but I would never be caught. So like from almost first class, I was topper of the school.
Yeah.
So I was like very good at studies, very good at sports. My father, like I was in my hostel from 5th to 10th, and if you come to my hostel, they would give most disciplined boy, most good in studies. So like almost all 5 years, every month, my photo would be there in most disciplined boy.
That's great.
And how about you? Like how is like people here in Chandigarh? I do not know how exactly their life is. Can you explain a specific city?
So basically
to
talking, my hometown was Yamunanagar, a small district in Haryana. So I did my education and schooling right from kindergarten to class 12 from Yamunanagar only, and I was from childhood only good at studies. I was a front bencher type of kid, decent one, and always scoring good marks.
You are a great father.
Yeah, definitely the influence of him on me is there. So that time only I thought that I would bring some income of company. I will start some my venture. I would provide the employment opportunities to the youth, some kind of financial literacy thing. So taking that vision forward, I am doing the things we mentioned it earlier at Bizzgyan.
And how about you, sir? Like you have passed CA, I think 30 years ago or more than that. How CA journey was that point of time? Because you have seen two journeys. 30 years ago, passing a CA was like very difficult task, I feel. But you have seen how Mukul studies and how Mukul have passed his CA. And because you are living in this community since so long, how did it change over a period of time?
We are so भाग्यशाली आप कह सकते हैं कि we are from that generation of chartered accountant जिन्होंने टाइपराइटर भी देखा है, कंप्यूटर भी देखा है और आज एआई भी देख रहे हैं. तो हमने तीनों जनरेशन्स को पढ़ा है. तो एक्सपीरियंस जो है कहते हैं जिंदगी बीतने के साथ आता है. तो हमने तीनों युग को देखा. और सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात जो है जो मैंने मुकुल को भी सिखाई और सभी यंगर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स को सिखाता हूँ मैं अपने सेमिनार्स के दौरान कि व्हाट यू हैव टू डू. लर्निंग इज ए लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस.
Correct.
So I have done my chartered accountancy in 98. then I done company secretary, then I done law graduate, then I done many certification. As on day, I think I have membership of more than 11 institutes. तो लर्निंग इज लाइफ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, कभी घबराना नहीं चाहिए. और दूसरी चीज, नया सीखोगे बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्टार्टअप आया, हमने स्टार्टअप की तरफ डाइवर्ट किया. आज एआई की बात हो रही है, तो एआई आई थिंक आई नॉर्थ इंडिया आई हैव एक्टिवली एंगेज इन दिस एआई काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज. तो सीखोगे, और सीखने के बाद सबसे ज़्यादा मेरे को जो लगता है कि इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट, कि इट इज टू इम्प्लीमेंट इन योर लाइफ, इट इज इम्प्लीमेंट इन योर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. हम सीखते तो बहुत कुछ है ना, स्कूल में सभी लोग जाते हैं, सभी को पढ़ाया जाता है, लेकिन कितने लोग ऐसे हैं कि वास्तविक जिंदगी में इस्तेमाल करते हैं और उसे इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं. तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट फ्रॉम माई पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू.
Yes, sir, right. Many things to learn from you, and I think Mukul is very lucky to share similar firms knowledge, similar guidelines.
Yeah, definitely it is a privilege.
Yeah, and coming to AI, sir, like how do you suggest like these professionals in the market, how should they use AI in a more effective manner, and what are the precautions they should take?
This question I want to ask from you. You have implemented a tool, and there is a lot of questions on this data privacy and data protection. And recently government has introduced a new law and DPT. And here the penalties or prosecutions are very higher side.
Correct.
It starts only from crores.
Correct.
है ना. तो in what kind of assurance you are giving to your customer कि you are there, you are protecting their data and privacy in their tool, because you are taking their PAN numbers and user IDs or like that. So how you are assuring your client base for chartered accountants कि how you are not going to breach their privacy?
So first thing, sir, we have whatever the database, the data comes, everything is encrypted at our end. So even if me or employees, anyone wants to check, they cannot check anything because it will come in hash keys and encrypted, and that is third party certified encryption. First thing is that. And second thing, we are ISO certified, so we follow all the respective rules, whatever is being required for a general ISO certified company. And third thing, if you are using your OneDrive or a Google Drive or your own storage, you directly integrate your storage only. So because our vision is higher than this, we do not want to risk ourselves or our employees to get the data and do some kind of thing. But our vision is to streamline every professional practice, and we want Vider to be an operating system for a CFO. So our vision is bigger than that. So whatever the security measures which are required to maintain, like what are the certifications required, what are the measures, processes required to maintain the data private, we have done that. So we ensure that we follow all the regulations, whatever IT Act suggests, or Indian Act suggests, or whatever global GDPR guidelines. We follow all those guidelines, and it is 100% sure that we do not have access to that respective data. And if we have access, the essence is gone, because we are trying to provide an automation tool where their life is easier, but their data is not more prone to security or not. So this kind of thing we have implemented, and we also proudly enter into an NDA service agreement where any specific thing is breached, you can sue us directly. All this kind of things we have entered into an NDA agreement, and making sure, because we do not have access, we can proudly enter into that agreement.
So, sir, talking about Big Four or big MNCs, they have separate IT departments.
Correct.
But I think you are serving the small firms.
Correct.
Their firm lack IT infrastructure or basic even information technology
Correct.
training. So you want to serve that small firms, I think. So how are you addressing that gap between the knowledge and the IT infrastructure they are having? So is the training done by your team, or how the software is trained to their employees or the articles there?
So one of the vision, or one of the vision of Vider is these. For example, if you are going for if you are a startup and you are funding of example $1 million or $2 million VC is investing. Whoever is investing will blindly tell that you have to be, your company has to be done due diligence, and that should be done by Big Four only.
Yeah.
Any VC whoever is investing, they will promptly tell like your auditor should not be a local auditor, it should be some Big Four or something.
Definitely.
But why? Because they feel this Big Four has certain SOPs where they will follow all these SOPs, because of which they feel that whatever the work they are doing on a particular company is streamlined. But here we wanted this to be happen through smaller firms also, because the work that Big Four does or a smaller firm does, it's almost same. Only because the process or there are specific SOPs which are maintained by the Big Four. We feel that Big Four is like very big company. They follow all this kind of. But we wanted our vision is to bring this kind of SOPs and we provide all kind of technology to CA firms, because with this, they should proudly tell we are also adopting the latest technology, and they can also be questioned at any point of time on whatever process they do. So we wanted to be the technological partner. And coming to training part, we give rigorous training to all the employees who are using our platform. So every day we at a certain interval time we fix our team is ready to give training to all the employees. So for example, if someone is onboarded one year ago and newly 2 months ago or yesterday new employees joined, they need not worry about anything, because we will provide training session again. So these days, like, the term is reduced to 2 years only, and people will frequently come, frequently go, and again understanding the tool is really difficult task for them. So we have provided almost all features, YouTube videos of the tool. So for example, if there is a specific platform to create a task, beside that a YouTube button will be there where it will explain you how to create a task. So we have tried to put all kind of automations, and if still a manual thing is required, we will compulsory train, but not on a very frequent basis. Every day once we are putting a training session where any people do not know, they can come join and understand the tool and then use the tool.
Absolutely, sir. I agree with your point of view. As our government and our Institute of Chartered Accountants of India talks about building Desi Big Four, like all today Big Fours, talking about Deloitte, EY, all other two are from outside India. But government or ICI is focusing on building Desi Big Four, that is the Indian Big Four firms. So your vision matches that vision of ICI and government. So it is a give thumbs up to your vision.
One more thing I want to ask. India is a country where so many languages are spoken.
Correct, sir.
In Telangana there is a Telugu, in Punjab there is a Punjabi, in Haryana there is a Haryanvi, and then Kannada, and there are so many languages are there. And you are Telangana based startup. How you cater the need of this language problem?
Okay. So
Because when you go for expansion and you talk to the people like from sitting in Telangana, when your staff is talking with a person who is speaking only Punjabi, so how you will tackle this kind of problem? How you convince their problems?
So we faced similar problems whenever we explained to Tamil Nadu people, Kerala people, even in Punjab also. That is why what I thought is, if there are like-minded people like us who are sharing similar vision of increasing financial literacy or automating the lifestyle of a CA, we could partner with them, and if they can provide in the regional language, it is win-win situation for both. That's why I every day I feel like I am very privileged to collaborate with you, sir, because I can proudly tell in North Market, if someone has any doubts or someone do not understand anything, I can directly call you can explain, because trust matters here. And one strategy what I am following is, like, Tamil Nadu, I wanted to offer a channel partner who was, but I'm not a random channel partner or a random CA who works for money, but he should share similar vision, because coming to money part, it might be very small sometimes, because like 2,000 or 10,000 sometimes even people are not very ready to earn that much, because they need to do so much of hard work. But if they're doing it for passion, it will actually work, because they'll also get money, they'll get network, they will feel happy that in this particular CA firm, I have digitized their complete firm, because of which they are earning money, they are also happy. So there are 2-3 emotional attachments also and financial attachments also.
So sir, till now are clients satisfied with Vider, or is there any incidents that client has frustrated to you at such extent that you thought of quitting Vider?
Okay. One such instance is, since we are trying to build an ecosystem of products, at our initial stages we are a basic product where only task management and some kind of calendar management was there, and we don't know how, but we directly went to Mumbai Startup Pier
Yeah.
We
That's
went-
where we met first time. I
First
think,
time we
huh?
met.
Yeah.
We went there. Anyone asking us what is there, we will tell. It will build in future. Almost 95% of first features are like that. Only one person came and told, "Why did you come here? You do not have anything. Check Zoho. Zoho has these many kind of things, and you are telling you are having an ecosystem. You do not have a small feature also." And the good thing is, when we realize that people, yes, in a CA community, people do not have that good product also at that point of time, which made us more curious to build wider faster.
Yeah.
And at that point of time, it's a terrible experience because we do not have good confidence also. But we went to Mumbai Startup Sphere, we kept a stall, we sponsored the event, but not even one single revenue was flowing into our books that point of time.
Yeah.
And any such experience or opinion on you from you?
Not many, but one or two I will share. Like we organize free quizzes on Bizzgyan portal. Every week there are free quizzes, and these are free quizzes. So ये free होती है, and in that quiz, one time a question was correct, but one user, I think he messaged 20 times that this question is wrong, sir. Why I have been not awarded marks? So that time I was very frustrated that अरे यार, it is a free quiz, and you have even scored 4 marks out of 10, and then you are fighting for one question that too is correct, but according to you it is wrong. So that time I was frustrated, and one instance was from AI product. Like we are also building some kind of AI tools. So there was some kind of language issue. The product was giving answer in English, but the user wanted in Tamil. So it was very difficult to convince it that it can generate in Tamil. You need to write the correct prompt. So that is the some kind of issues we face while serving to full country.
Can you tell some examples, sir?
Since I am in practice, तो मैं तो अपने सीए की बता सकता हूँ. तो एक इंस्टेंस ऐसा हुआ मेरे साथ कि वी हैव सर्विंग ए क्लाइंट सिंस बिगनिंग. जब हमने प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट की तभी ये पुराना क्लाइंट था. तो व्हाट वी फेस कि क्लाइंट को जितनी मर्जी वैल्यूएबल सर्विस दे दो, जो प्रैक्टिस में अब हाल है, वो किसी हमें भी उसका जब नुकसान होगा तो वो फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाएगा. मेरे किस्से में क्या हुआ कि उसके बाद जीएसटी की बहुत बड़ी डिमांड आ गई, और जीएसटी की जब बहुत बड़ी डिमांड आई, हम उस इशू पे हुए कहते रहते थे कि बी इनपुट क्या है ना लो है ना, मतलब वी आर ऑलवेज एडवाइजिंग हिम. लेकिन उसने जब वो डिमांड आई तो सारा कसूर हमारा निकाल दिया एंड लेफ्ट अस. तो सबसे फ्रस्ट्रेटेड ये होता है कि सीए प्रोफेशन के अंदर हम कहते हैं कि क्लाइंट इज मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल टू अस, लेकिन क्लाइंट इस बात को नहीं समझता है, वो कभी भी हमें छोड़ देगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर डाइवर्टिंग फ्रॉम प्रोफेशन टू बिजनेस.
So sir, talking about the products at Vider, I have seen like Atom is one of the product, Atom Pro is the another product.
Correct.
So what is the difference between these two products and how are they serving the clients?
Okay. So Atom is basically a practice management suite. It has task management, standardization of your services, employee efficiency, timesheet, invoicing, broadcasting to your clients, event management, compliance calendar. This kind of complete office come practice management tool. Whatever is needed in generally CA office, it is there in Atom. And Atom Pro is a complete litigation come compliance tracking. So it will tell you whether your returns are processed or not, your refund is processed or not, whether you have received an income tax notice or a GST notice or a TAN notice or a traces notice or a traces outstanding demand. So it's a 360 degrees compliance suite with respect to 3 platforms, and it will give you daily reminders in email, WhatsApp and all these kind of things, where a CA firm, if he's catering to 500 clients, it is really difficult for them to each and every day log in into income tax portal, check whether the outstanding demand is raised or not, check whether the return is processed or not, check whether the notice is received or not, and again write it in some specific diary or write it in planner, and again reminding them. All these things are streamlined here with the Atom Pro. So it will tell you, for example, you file GST returns for example 100 clients. On 10th or 11th you want to know whether for 100 clients return is filed or not. Instead of you manually checking with each GST number, all 100 clients with one click you will know returns are filed or not. So Atom Pro is basically an automated platform for these 3 things, and Atom is basically for practice management suite.
Great sir. So sir, it is great to see that 3 chartered accountants talking about startups and entrepreneurship.
Correct.
Rather than the traditional topics of income tax or GST deadlines.
Correct.
So I would like to know your views about the emerging and growing startup ecosystem in our country and the role chartered accountants are playing in this ecosystem.
Yeah. So one of the major thing is a startup founder has a vision of doing something, but he does not know whether it is really sustainable or not, or it will go to a larger segment, or it will stop at a very small span of time. He do not know, and he might not take decisions faster. So here I feel chartered accountant should guide him in a specific way, telling like his particular target audience are this, or how he should enter it. Like he might not know the GTM strategy, as chartered accountant might not know a GTM strategy, but he can easily understand how his business should grow in terms of knowledge, or in terms of doing proper market research, whether that particular segment is really needed in the market, and he should give that guidance. And one thing which is very common in these days is more than 90 or 95% of startups directly close in a period of 2 years or 3 years, because first people will feel funding is only the criteria, but funding is like last criteria as per my ideology. First thing, it should that whatever the idea you are pursuing, it should really solve something. Like you should find a problem in the market, and your solution should properly solve the problem. Unless and until this is properly conveyed to that particular startup founder, they feel like whatever we are doing, we are great. No one can even touch us. Maybe in 10 years I will become Ambani or Adani.
Yeah.
People will feel like that only and start doing things. And I feel it is a duty of a CA, because 100% if you want to do something, and first basic thing is incorporating of a company. And there itself, if a CA guides him, like instead of doing this, you can do this kind of startup because there is a problem in the market. If CA is a guiding force for this kind of segment, they can get some kind of small equity in the company, or they can tell that this is the way of doing something. All these things, if it's guided through a CA, we will see more successful startups in the country. And I feel that way.
Great. So sir, let's conclude this podcast with a little rapid fire with you. So I will ask few questions. You have to answer it quickly. So which was the hardest thing to clear? CA, CS or CMA?
Anytime CA only.
Yeah. And what would you prefer? Paper files or cloud storage?
Cloud storage wider.
Tech person, practical or theoretical person?
Anytime practical person only.
Great. Late night coding or early morning compliance?
Early morning compliances.
So you are the morning person.
Yeah.
So if you weren't a founder, not Vider, then what would you have chosen?
Maybe a travel influencer.
Great. Recent times travel influencer are growing at a rapid pace. So GST portal on a deadline day, a masterpiece of engineering or your biggest nightmare?
Biggest nightmare.
So many glitches. Huh?
Yeah.
Automation or delegation?
Anytime delegation.
Great. Describe the future of Indian compliance in just one word.
Wider.
Great. So sir, it was really nice talking to you on this evening, and I think we all three enjoyed a lot of.
Yeah.
I enjoyed a lot.
Talking to you was such a great pleasure.
Yeah.
And I think Indian startups are growing at a rapid pace, and best wishes to you from our side.
Yeah.
And you build this company great and take it to the height of a unicorn. As I always say at the last, har startup, har ghar startup. Thank you everyone.
Thank you everyone. Thank you. I was very happy to you came from Punjab to Hyderabad for an course, and I'm very happy to host you and share your knowledge on whatever things you have learned till now to our audience. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you everyone.